Hey y'all, welcome back to Brit Eats. Happy Black History Month. Um, it's great to be back with another mukbang. It's been a while. I've been trying to focus on taking care of myself, honestly. I feel like I fell into a pattern of eating pretty much the same kind of things over and over again. And I did have some variation in there, but uh, with everything else that was going on, of course, I'm still slammed with work. But with everything else that was going on, it was hard to just like keep up with everything. But I'm changing things around, um, trying to find ways to make it more feasible, make it more convenient for me to still be able to do this because I still really enjoy it. I still really want to do it. And I'm getting more comfortable in it too, which is great for a lot of reasons, but I'll get into that a little bit more later. So, yeah, first of all, once again, happy Black History Month. It's so great to um, be able to start again for this. And last year, I think I wasn't really able to do much for the month. Not that I've been able to do much in general in the past year on here, but I think I did like a V-Day thing, which I definitely want to do another V-Day thing. I thought it was cute. I love that whole thing. And I know super commercialized, all of that, but I love love. And so that's, my big thing, why I like it so much. And I keep almost getting into the topics that I want to talk about today. But first, I want to tell you about where the food's from. Because that's another big reason I was so happy to be doing this and why I was so bummed to not be able to do this last year. But I'm going to be highlighting Black-owned businesses, of course, for Black History Month. And of course, you already know I want to do that throughout the year. But of course, I have to be very specific about doing it and very intentional about doing it this month. So, yeah, without further ado, let's dig in. So I have some food from Majani's, and if you've never heard of Majani's, it is a really, really yummy vegan spot here in Chicago. And Majani means green leaf in Swahili, I believe it is, and I'll correct myself if I'm wrong later. But I really have always loved every time I've gone to Majani's. I've gone to Majani's probably around like 10 times, if not a little over. They just have really good food. They have really good food all the way throughout, from their entrees to their desserts. I just feel like, oh, to the appetizers, just everything's good. So today I'm gonna be having their fried oyster mushroom wrap. It's really, really good. It's just so good. I've had other things there, and again, everything I've just had is just delicious. But I got really, really, really into their wraps. Yeah, and their sweet potatoes are super, super good. I took somebody over there one time who is not a big fan of sweet potatoes, and she loved them. So just throwing that out there. And then I also have their falafel balls. So my partner really, really, really loves these and got me into them, onto them, all that. They normally come with this really yummy sauce that they were either out of or they just forgot to put in our bag, which totally chill because they actually gave us extra mushrooms for the weight for our food in general. So that was really sweet. So instead, tonight I'm going to have it with some Bolthouse cilantro, avocado, yogurt dressing and dip, which is pretty good with it too. A little more. Yeah, not too much. Because this is also one of Babe's favorites, so don't use it all. And then we have one of my favorite appetizers, the barbecue cauliflower. Yeah, it's pretty good. I think they actually mixed some mushrooms in there this time around too, which I'm not mad at because obviously I ordered the oyster mushrooms. So, yeah. This is like some kind of hot sauce that they did give us. Oh, of course. That my partner said was really, really good, and Their taste buds do not lie. That's really good. Yeah. Yeah. Let's eat. This is also just some, is that champagne? I think it was champagne. Champagne from New Year's. Me and my partner have not finished it yet, and so I was like, oh, I might as well have some with it. And it's actually pretty good with all of this. I did try a little bit earlier, but not of this part yet, obviously. So, yeah, check that out. I just gotta show it to you one more good time. It's just good, like. And you know how some vegan spots, I can't remember if I've mentioned this before, but you know how some vegan spots do this thing where it feels like they don't really like season the food. They kind of rely on sauce to do it. It's not the case, which is, I mean, come on, you can't beat that. Yeah. That's really good. I knew it was gonna be good, but it's always good. They just do it so well. Every time. Highly recommend. I won't lie. At all. It's a little pricey. But I almost feel like you come to expect that with some vegan food. And honestly, inflation been kicking everybody's ass, but fair warning, it is a little bit. Now I have a falafel ball. Now this I've also had before. All of this I've actually had before. But I really wanted to make sure to highlight it and really, really enjoy it while it was too. Because I want y'all to know how good it is. Yeah. I want this with some tzatziki sauce. A good tzatziki sauce is so good. Not to say when I had it before it wasn't fresh and didn't taste fresh or anything like that, but this is I don't know. It's really, really good this time around. Like I said, always good, but this is really hitting me different. Maybe they're using a different ingredient with it now, but this is really good. I'm messing with that. To go back into topics that I wanted to talk about today, though. I guess I'll start with the fact that it is Black History Month. Obviously, the month means a lot to me. And obviously, we should be celebrating Black history throughout the entire year. But to all my Black people watching out there, I really hope that, especially given recent and not so unfamiliar events, that you are able to be somewhere where you feel loved and safe. I hope you're able to be surrounded by people that make you feel loved and safe. Yeah. I hope you know that you are loved here. I hope you feel proud to be who you are. Again, not just this month, but throughout the entire year. And I hope you're able to find time to do something that makes you feel connected to the rest of the community. And especially to my Black, trans, and queer people out there. Know that you are loved. Know that we will always be in community. And that you are special. I hope you take time for joy this month. I hope you take time to do something that truly makes you happy. I hope you take time to practice being your best lover. And with that, I guess I'll say that's definitely another topic I want to go ahead and get to. But it really ties in so well because of, I don't know, I feel like the position that the Black community can have, where, not all, but I feel like sometimes, and of course this happens in other marginalized communities as well, but sometimes we seek affirmation from others when it really matters to get it from ourselves the most. And in that, I just want to repeat, be your own best lover. Know what matters to you first. Know what you care about. And give it to yourself. Affirm yourself first before you go seeking it out from other people. So, I don't know. So you don't go searching for love in the wrong places, in the wrong ways, through the wrong things. And for the wrong reasons. Much smaller example, but I feel like, well, I guess no, it's a pretty big example. I feel like I've struggled a lot with wanting to prove myself worthy of someone else's love. And I feel like I would do that through my own love and expression of it a lot. Trying to love someone into loving me kind of deal. And I think it was while reminiscing about a breakup that I definitely talked about at some point, probably roughly a year ago now on the channel. Some point in thinking about that, I was wondering why that partner couldn't just let me love them. And as I sat and thought about that, and how a lot of times the people that we interact with can serve as mirrors to us as we do to them. I feel like I've kind of been told I serve as a mirror often in a lot of different ways, but I thought about in that specific instance how that might be reflective of me and how I wasn't letting myself love me. And I started thinking about the ways that I reject love. And I've definitely also been that person that will go after emotionally unavailable people to affirm the fact that my emotions don't matter. And it also made me take some time to think about what I do want from a romantic partner. Um, and I started asking myself what of those things I could give to myself, the things that I would want as an expression of love from someone else, and why I felt like it mattered less when it was already coming from me, even though I was using my love as the metric of worth to receive someone else's. So why wasn't my love already good enough to give to myself and accept from myself? Um, and yeah, I mean, I feel like I keep thinking about it, so I'm finally putting it. I feel like it's changed a lot for me, because I was already kind of going down this path of thinking about the need to reparent myself and really kind of treat myself as if I'm a kid, and in the sense of like being gentle with myself and like loving myself more. Um, and I don't know, it was really inspiring altogether. And just has been making me look at a lot of things really differently. It's making me look at a lot of things really differently and at myself in a much softer, gentler lens too. Um, so I hope you take some time to think about the things that you're waiting for from other people to give to you and how you can give them to yourself. I got myself flowers for the first time in maybe ever. And I plan on keeping them in the house and replacing them when they need to be replaced. Um, I have some petals across the table because mine need to be replaced. But it was so nice to do it for myself, and it made it easier for me to commit to myself and loving myself in other ways. Something else I've really been struggling with is creation, leaving room for creativity, viewing myself as an artist. And even though I've already talked about on here how I want to commit to that more and stopping myself from pursuing creation, I've still been doing just that. I've still been stopping myself. And okay, I'll give myself some credit too. So I did put together a portfolio, my first ever online portfolio for art, which was wild, and something I was always kind of afraid to do. But I did it so I could apply to an art program out here, and I hear back about that probably in like a couple weeks. So when I know, you'll know. But yeah, even if I don't get that, I really want to explore the concept that I submitted with. And I think I'm actually finally at a point where I'm ready to stop standing in my own way. I keep craving creating something. I keep craving doing art. And I think it's so much easier to hear that and not block it out because I've been so much more intentional about just sitting and listening to myself and my needs and what I care about. I think it's true that everyone is an artist in a different way. And I think it's true that we inspire people all the time without realizing it, without trying to. And I think if we allowed ourselves to be the full scope of who we are without fear of judgment or criticism of doing it wrong or doing it badly, there would be so much more out in the world. And I mean, one of the reasons I started this channel was because I wanted to confront a fear of being seen, of being judged, of not taking care of myself, of not creating. And I want to see that through. And I want to see other people see that through. So if you've been waiting for a sign or a message to pursue something that really means something to you, that would be really helpful for you and other people. If you showcased it, I think you should go for it. I think another reason I kept holding myself back from making videos and stuff was that I felt like there were so many things that I had to say that have probably already been said before, so it wasn't really all that significant. But sometimes people just need that reminder. You never know. Sometimes people haven't heard it yet, and you're the first person they hear from, and it sticks with them. So yeah. I hope you choose love, and I hope you choose yourself. I feel like there was more I wanted to talk about. I definitely wrote some things down, so give me 2 seconds. I think the last thing that I really wanted to talk about was doing things that scare you, but also not getting so caught up in planning mode or waiting for enough people to tell you that it's the right thing to do. Sometimes you just really have to listen to your gut. And me and my partner were talking about this earlier, but a lot of times scary things are scary up until the point, or things that intimidate you, not only intimidating up until the point where you actually confront them, and then they can be really exhilarating. But perspective, right? So I hope at the very least, at the end of this all, that you'll shift your mindset, your perspective, to be more oriented towards a gentler you, for yourself, and a you that leaves space and time for joy and for the things that inspire you. Another way I'm committing, well, I guess I should say I've committed. I finally got myself a legit easel because I've really been wanting to paint along with part of this series. And I got myself this like embroidery hoop holder too, so I can start recording that, putting that kind of stuff together. Yeah, I'm really excited about where this is all gonna take me. I think the most exciting part of it is I don't know at all. It's all a mystery. But I know I'm ready to really commit to it now. And I know how to leave that time and space for it now. And I want to do it so I can help other people do it. It means a lot to me to be able to do that. And it means even more to finally be able to look at myself and see myself as all the things that I've struggled to for so long. And it took me a while to get here, but it was worth it. And I know there's so much more to be felt beyond that. And I think my next greatest hope beyond that is having people there beside me to share that with. So I hope you'll join me for the journey. Thank y'all for sticking around this long. I mean, I know I haven't been super active. I'm gonna be more active. I've been trying to change things up, move things around, figure out where I'm comfortable doing everything. And it's getting easier. I can definitely say that. Even with work and life and everything being hectic, it's getting easier to find that peace within myself. And that stability. And don't get me wrong, it's still hard. I still have really heavy depressive periods where it's hard to do anything. But it is easier to be gentler with myself through those times. And ultimately get through them, because I don't sit there beating myself up for feeling my feelings. Yeah. I hope you create for creation's sake. And I hope you create just to be able to express, and not with a disappointment before you even begin because of a preconceived notion of what something's supposed to be like. Because, I mean, I feel like some of the greatest parts of life happen unexpectedly. Some of the greatest parts of life happen unexpectedly. And I think we should leave ourselves open for those surprises and excitement. Yeah. I feel cheesy. I feel like I could cry. I'm just really happy, y'all. It feels good to be in this space. Yeah. I hope to be able to show y'all a lot more coming up, and especially art-wise, because I'm definitely gonna be playing games, but the one thing I haven't done yet is really showcase much art, and that is a huge thing I need to face. So yeah, I hopefully within the next few videos, you know what, no, within the next few videos, one of them is going to be art focused and art centered. Maybe showcasing something for the new series. Yeah, we'll see. But something art centered is definitely going to happen because I'm committing to it. And I hope you do one small thing that scares you this week. And if this week is too soon, then at least one thing this month. And I hope it shows you a new part of yourself. I hope you surprise yourself in the best ways possible. And if you do, come back and tell me about it. I think that's it for me. But thanks again for tuning in, and I hope you have a really great week. I hope you eat a lot. I hope you drink a lot of water. I hope you rest well and plenty. And I hope you take time for joy, especially Black joy. Again, this delicious food was from Majani's. I hope you try them out. They definitely deserve it. And you'll definitely love it. Yeah. Till next time. Take care.